Did you all know that the more people you run your ideas or goals by, the higher the chance of that information getting into the wrong hands? Let people see the way your life unfolds by your actions and not your words. Hey y'all, thank you so much for joining today. Chantel here per usual, as if we're expecting any other person. I'm the curator of this channel. If you like what you see and you're a newbie, please do well to subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on that bell icon next to the subscribe button, so whenever I post, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Alrighty, thank you so much. Tell from the title, I'll be sharing with you 7 things you should not share with anyone, 7 things you should keep private, 7 things that are considered oversharing in my books. As far as I'm concerned, privacy is power. Power in the sense that what people don't know, what they don't have access to, they can't spoil. Personally, I do not think that oversharing is essential when it comes to bonding. The fact that the person opened up to you, shared their life story with you, doesn't necessarily translate to you returning the favor, aka sharing yours as well. First on my list of things I believe that you should keep private is your work in progress. Most of us have a dream or a goal that we're working towards. It might be a project or something special that you're looking forward to. It can be in the form of a business idea, a very important exam, relocation, or even an investment opportunity. Things like this are pretty important and very personal, also valuable. So you must limit sharing this kind of information to people that mean the world to you, people that you trust wholeheartedly, like your family members, your partner, or your very close-knit friends. The reason for this is quite simple. Your family members, those that love you wholeheartedly, your very close friend, your partner, will only want you to succeed and they will push you in the right direction. But that cannot be 100% said when it comes to outsiders, the world in general, social media. In this age of social media, people just share every and anything, and it makes me cringe so bad. I'm like, we don't care. We don't necessarily care about you. We're just curious to know what is happening in your life. If I'm keeping it 100. Some people might have empathy for you, but that's the best they can do. They can't come and give you an advice or even take on your problems on their shoulders. It doesn't hurt to be very careful. Work on things in private, and when it comes to the point where you can share with the whole world, please do all that with every ounce of strength and happiness in you. People that are genuinely happy for you will understand why you were private during the process and you decided to share your victory when it came. The second thing you shouldn't share with anybody, you should keep private, is your income. This is one of the most personal things that I believe should remain a mystery. The amount of money you make monthly or yearly is a very vital information that should be known only by you. Please let people wonder. It's not even safe to share such information because we live in a world that is run by money, and people can do anything to accumulate or to get more of that. Be very careful with this type of information. You don't owe anybody any explanation. Even if someone has the effrontery or the confidence to ask you how much you make yearly, someone that is not close to you, that is, you can keep your answer as vague as possible. You don't necessarily have to give all the details because, like I mentioned, so many things are happening that you just have to live your life in a very streamlined and very careful manner. A caveat though on this is, if you're getting married to someone, it is very important that you get all of these details. This is someone that is about to become your family, so you don't need to hide such information from the person so that you don't end up getting blindsided in the marriage. Third on my list is sharing other people's confidential or private information that you are privy to. There's some type of information that someone came to you and poured out their heart, hoping that you keep it in the bottom part of your heart and never have to share with anyone, regardless of how close the person is to you. It might be your partner, it might be your boyfriend, your father, your mother, your sister. Keep people's information out of the ears of others. I've heard a lot of people talk about this thing and say, oh, when I get married, when someone tells me something, me and my husband are one, I share same with my husband. No, you shouldn't be doing that. I might have told you this thing with the mindset of you not even telling someone else, but because you have this mindset or this school of thought basically that you and your husband are one. I don't know where people tied that blood oath together. I'm just joking though, but there's some information that should be for your ears and your ears only. Do not share someone else's private information. If you have the habit of doing that, I beg you, please stop it. It is not nice at all. That bandwagon that you jumped on, tell the driver, touch the driver and say, please drop me, I want to highlight from this wagon. I don't want to live this life again. Because if the reverse was the case, you won't find it funny. So do unto others as you will have others do unto you. The first point I'll be sharing, which was actually supposed to be my last point, but I switched things and made it the fourth point. So the last point is actually one of the most important, if not the most important, actually the most important in this video. So do well to watch to the end to know what that is. Relationship problems. It is very healthy to have banter here and there in your relationship. Nobody on the surface of this earth can come out and beat their chest and say they've never had a squabble, a misunderstanding with their better half. So you having an issue with your boyfriend, your husband, and coming out in the open to share it with people who do not really care, with people who are facing life as well, make it make sense. Most of the time, like I mentioned, they might not even care, or they might even feel very uncomfortable or weird that you're sharing that, what's the word? Volume of information with them, and it might even cause them to drive a wedge between you and that your loved one without even knowing that was the case. They might be giving you a very innocent advice from the bottom of their heart, but that doesn't apply to the type of relationship you have. So I would suggest that in your relationship, learn the person that you're with, what makes them tick, what doesn't make them tick. If you must talk to a third party, please seek external help in the form of a therapist. Better Help is there. I have mentioned them here before. They give you their professional advice. Not all ears need to hear your relationship problems. Relationships also include our family members. Please don't share things pertaining your family to someone else. Whether you like it or not, or whether you are aware of it or not, no family is perfect. Every family has their issues, BTS. There's a reason why you feel offended whenever someone talks smack about your family members or your loved ones. So just try to keep it that way. Let it be a private issue that you're dealing with, not for the world to see or another ear to hear. The fifth thing you should avoid sharing with anybody, you should always keep private, is your sex life. Yes. You can give your 2 cents on specific issues without using yourself as an example. Let me reiterate that. You can jump on trending stories of people that have decided to share theirs without using your life experience as a yardstick or as an example. Keeping it in the sex department. Whatever you and your partner do in terms of intimacy has nothing to do with a third party. You might as well just video the act and share it to us, because there's a mental picture already being created, being established. One should share that with an outsider. He did not know. Nah, social media era is just something else that people just take up their phones and they're filming and sharing all sorts. And at the end of the day, you don't just film it, you now rewatch it, and then you think it's okay to share it. At least have a change of mind when you rewatched it. Do you get what I mean? It's very, very inconsequential, and please, if you do it, just stop. The sixth thing you should always keep private are your charity work, acts of kindness, or good deeds. Helping other people in need is something I genuinely believe that everyone needs to do. However, any act of kindness or charity work should be done covertly and in silence. Unless, of course, other people were involved. And even when that is the case, do not be specific with the amount you gave the people or start sharing them on your social handle. I understand NGOs. I understand that that's the work they do. But when it comes to a personal basis, I believe that it is something that should be kept private and just get your blessing from God. You don't need that validation from the outside world. You might have a pure heart, but sometimes when you share these things, it comes off as if you are bragging, and people take it the other way. So I think it's just best to keep it private. Also, they might start feeling inferior as they might not be in the best position to jump on that charity outreach at the time. All I'm trying to say is don't boast about it, just be covert about it, be silent about it. The blessings that come with things like this outweigh the broadcasting of that information, basically. The seventh and final and most important point in this video of things that you should always keep private, things that you should never share with anyone, are your material possessions. This kind of mirrors the income point, but I would say it is more broad. You might have accomplished a lot in life, which we're happy for you. You might have managed to buy all the expensive and beautiful things, which is a plus. Thumbs up to you. But all of these doesn't mean that showing off is a good idea. Showing off puts you at a place where it looks like you're a jerk, and it also makes you an easier target in ways you might not expect. There's nothing wrong in acquiring all those nice things. Please have them, right? but appreciate them on your own. Even if you eventually share it with others, right? Don't do it in such a way that your intention is to make others jealous. In Nigerian lingo, don't do it to pepper the other person. Nobody is interested in your peppering. They might wish that they were in your shoes, but I mean, they might be having it better in another department than that one, right? One virtue that never goes out of style is modesty. So always choose to remain modest when it comes to your material possessions. Okay. The aforementioned things, I believe, are perspective-based or oriented, because what oversharing means to me might totally mean the opposite to you. Also, we have all been guilty of doing one or more, so no one is judging. At least I'm not. Even if you must share, it should be with someone or people that you wholeheartedly trust, and it should be information that you don't mind if it eventually spills. All I'm trying to say is that in all you do, please apply wisdom. There's something so beautiful about the element of surprise, so it is important to be quiet and just allow things to unfold. I'll leave you with the Bible passage, Proverbs 21 verse 23, that says, "Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from trouble." Let me know if there are other extra points that you'd like to add to this video. Please leave same in the comment section. Don't also forget to give this video a thumbs up, share if you got value from it, and subscribe if you are yet to. Alrighty, until my next video on Sunday, y'all, which is also something on sharing. Thank you so much for watching. Do take care of yourself.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots.